I will seek you as far as you may travel. To deliver you what is yours. Destined death.
What the Yo, what's good, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, bro. It's your boy, Big Wiz. I'm back with another video, bro. Today we are going to be checking out all of the endings of Elden Ring. And we're going to also be reacting to a lore video just so I can clear everything up. So I think there's about 6 known endings. So without further ado, y'all, let's just get straight into the reaction. Alright, so we're going to skip the Ronnie ending and then just get straight to the next one. So we already watched the Ronnie one. Lord of the Frenzied Flame. So this is Hayata's, I guess, end questline. What in the world? What the freak? Did he just touch the fractured marker and just die? Why does his body look like that too? Look like this man just got stomped on by a fire giant. Okay. Why they gotta give me the ass shot? Bro, come Elden Ring, bro. Why does this man not have any clothes on, bro? This is crazy. Whoa, pause. This is crazy. What the heck? Bro, what is this? Nah. Whoever played this game and doesn't make it, you crazy, bro. Y'all crazy. This is insane to me. Whoa. What the heck? Did this man just hit a Adola burst? What the freak? Bro. Huh? This man just hit a Adola. Well, I guess the herb tree's about to burn. Well, I guess the herb tree and therefore the world is gonna be consumed. Yeah! Oh my god! Is that the herb tree? Bro, that is the herb tree. That looks even worse than the Halig tree. Oh my god! Is that screaming in the background? Whoever went for that ending, y'all, bro, what? You just burned the whole world. What are you about to do with that head? What ending is this called? The Blessing of the Despair Dung Eater questline. That's the guy that's in the round table. I really should have did his questline. It's alright though. I'll check it out in the future. Is he about to defile the corpse? Oh yeah, he's about to defile the corpse. Ew, I don't like this, bro.
The fallen leaves tell a story. story.
All the leaves are... What fallen leaves? There ain't no leaves!
Of how the tarnished became Elden Lord.
Ew, look at the freaking sky!
In our home, across the fog, the lands
This man defiled a tree. Pause, that's crazy. This man defiled the world.
Our seed will look back upon us and recall.
Even the narrator sounds like he's dying. Is this Morgoth, by the way?
The reviled curse that defined our age.
He defiled the world.
The blessing of despair.
Whoa. This man defiled the world. What is this? This is the Age of Order, Gold Mask, and Brother Corrin's questline. Now, defiling the world is a different level of, like, I don't even know what you call that. What would y'all call that? Is that insane? This man defiled everybody all at once. Marika/Radagon is just getting cooked every single ending. We're just messing with its body. I guess that's what you get when you're a conduit, when your body becomes like a conduit of the freaking Elden Ring. Age of Order.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
Okay, the Earth Tree
Of
looks
how
even brighter.
the tarnished
It looks
became
even like more
Elden
ethereal.
Lord.
It seems like a good
In
ending.
our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall the Age of Order.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume the Age of Order is what, like, the people of Lanedale want. The regular ending with the Tarnished becoming the king is what maybe Godfrey would have wanted. Ronnie's quest line is, you know, Ronnie's like own shit. That's her own personal thing. The Dung Eater. Who would want the Dung Eater ending, bro? I'm gonna assume this is maybe like the true ending for the people in Lanedale. Like, they wanted their own people to thrive instead of the Tarnished coming back, because they did kick out the Tarnished with Godfrey, which is the Tarnished. All that extra. What is this? Age of Duskborn ending. This is Fia quest line. Didn't I finish her quest line? What did Fia want anyway? Fia wanted to revive what's his name? I wonder what this ending would be like. Did she achieve her goal? The fallen leaves tell a story. How much you want to bet?
The fallen leaves tell a story.
I know, bro. I know.
of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog,
Is
the
this like
lands
snow?
between. Our seed
Whoa,
will
this
look
looks like
back
ash.
upon us and recall the age of the Duskborn.
This is a good ending? This does not look like a good ending. The heck? That does not look good. Hey, but we're gonna get it.
Elden Ring has 3 endings, with an extra 3 variants on the vanilla ending leading to a total of 6. At least 6 that we know of at the moment. There are a few theories of even more endings, but so far they're not confirmed.
Okay.
And despite being more straightforward in explanation than its predecessors, Elden Ring still leaves a lot unsaid. And this means the endings may seem a bit vague. So in this video, I'm going to do my best to explain each of the 6 endings and what they mean lore-wise to the world of the Lands Between.
Elden Ring. All endings.
First, I want to note that all of the endings include the final boss fight. A 2-phase gauntlet, first against Radagon, Vessel of the Elden Ring, and then against the Elden Beast, an eldritch space worm thing, which is a representative of the Greater Will, and that became the Elden Ring itself. There is plenty of lore to discuss with these two, but they don't differ between the endings, so they won't be as much a focus of this video. I'll suffice to say that Radagon is Marika, and they are a conflicted vessel or housing of the Elden Ring.
Taught that class just the other day. Make sure you check out that
According to the item
video if you
description
haven't
for
already.
Marika's hammer, the weapon they used during their fight, with hammer in hand, Marika shattered the Elden Ring, and then Radagon attempted to repair it. They are meant to be the god of the Lands Between, but it seems that Marika developed other plans. The Elden Beast, however, is higher up on the food chain. According to the incantation Elden Stars, long ago the Greater Will sent a golden star bearing a beast into the Lands Between, which would later become the Elden Ring. The Greater Will is a great outer god, one of at least a few which exists outside the Lands Between. It is essentially the greater god of the Elden Ring, the Erd Tree, and the Golden Order. It's also very Lovecraftian. So the Elden Beast is a vassal of the Greater Will and a living incarnation of the concept of order. It is also essentially the Elden Ring itself, the centerpiece of mainstream civilization, if we can call it that exists in the Lands Between. Once you overcome this utterly annoying boss fight, you are left on the stone platform to make your choice between the endings of Elden Ring.
Ending 1, Elden Lord variant.
The basic vanilla ending is that of becoming the Elden Lord. There are 4 variants on this ending, with the most straightforward being that of the Age of Fracture. Most NPCs point you towards becoming the Elden Lord. It seems like that's the whole goal of the Return of the Tarnished. It's what the 2 fingers and everyone in the round table hold says is what you need to do. So if you do it and you play through the game without pursuing any extra quests, you get this ending. You become the Elden Lord and usher in the Age of Fracture. You do this by returning the head of fractured Marika and restoring the Elden Ring, with you as its lord. A golden hue returns to the sky and land, and you sit on the throne. But you may notice that the light is not of shining gold.
Which means,
in the shots of the leaves and the throne, the light is more like that of a sunset, with your shadow clearly visible in the orange light, almost like the sun is setting on this age, despite your recent ascension to Lord. This is pretty unsurprising for From Software. This Age of Fracture reads like a simple continuation of the problems that led to the start of the game. The cycle is continued with nothing truly resolved. Oftentimes, the most straightforward ending in FromSoft games is not the one that thematically resolves the issues of the game. To some extent in Dark Souls, and really in Dark Souls 3, the basic ending of relinking the flame is simply prolonging the issue, continuing a cycle of stagnation that really should probably be broken. The Age of Fracture is just that. The Lands Between are still broken and beholden to the whims of the Greater Will. The sun is setting on this age.
At least we're happy. Hey, F the the world. I'm happy. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. This is the true ending
unquestionably
for me.
afflicted by stagnation,
I put in
and
all
one
that
with
work.
not a thing resolved.
So
this
is the
basic
best
ending
for
doesn't
me,
rock the
man.
boat, but it doesn't lead to a resolution either.
F the resolution,
Now
bro.
we can explore
It's just Big Mean.
or the variant endings, where you still become an
tell
Elden
y'all.
Lord, but bring about a different age. First is the Age of Order. This ending is achieved by completing the questline for Goldmask and Brother Corrin. Adherents of the Golden Order and the faith of the Erd Tree, completing their questline brings about the Mending Rune of Perfect Order, an item you can pick up from a dead Goldmask. This unlocks a choice at the end of the game to use this rune to mend the Elden Ring with, and if you do so, a golden circle surrounds the Elden Ring at the center of Marika. Golden light fills the sky and shines down from above, showering you, the Elden Lord, in gold.
In that gold
The description
essence.
for the Mending Rune of Perfect Order states that it is a rune of transcendental ideology, which will attempt to perfect the Golden Order. The current imperfection of the Golden Order, or instability of ideology, can be blamed upon the fickleness of the gods, no better than men. That is the fly in the ointment. It also states that it was discovered, not created, by Goldmask, an important distinction that will come up later with the other variants. So this sounds like a better ending than the Age of Fracture. A flaw in the Golden Order was noticed, and Goldmask, a ceaseless watcher of the Erd Tree, discovered a possible solution. Though Brother Corrin is not so sure. If you speak to him in the ash-filled capital, he is on verge of a mental break.
The Master is nothing more than a madman, enchanted by a vain and ruinous delusion. He rejected the perfection of the Golden Order, seeking to supplant our glorious faith with his own. Could there be a more pitiable comedy? Look at it. The culmination of perfection, burning before our very eyes.
Sounds like this guy was infested with the freaking frenzied flames. Man was a follower of the flame lord.
He says that Goldmask was actually a madman, and that his final attempt to fix things, his discovery, is tantamount to heresy, a rejection of the Golden Order. Now, even if Corrin isn't the soundest judge, the description of the rune claims the current imperfection is caused by the fickleness of the gods, no better than men. But the new order we create rests on us, the Tarnished, and who's to say we do not share in such fickleness? There's no evidence that we as the player character or any other Tarnished, in terms of virtue, are any better than the gods. The new order may have a golden light, but it still seems to do its best to maintain the status quo of the Elden Ring and the Greater Will. The Age of Order is an improvement on the Age of Fracture, but it seems at best to be a better prolonging of fate, and a continuation of subjugation by an outer god. Next is the Age of the Duskborn, brought about by completing the questline of death associated with Fia.
Okay, I'm interested.
Finishing this questline will award the player with the Mending Rune of the Death Prince, a rune gestated, but not discovered, by Fia. This ending has the Death Prince rune circumscribe the bottom of the Elden Ring. Then a misty gray shrouds the world, a rain of seeming ash under which no leaf stirs. In this gray rain, we sit as Elden Lord of a land that will know death for the first time in ages. The rune of the Death Prince is made up of the two curse marks of death, which appeared at the time of the death of the first demigod. This rune creates an order of Death Restored, a return of death after its confinement during the creation of the original Golden Order. This also, Fia hopes, stays the persecution of those who live in death, no longer to be hunted by the likes of people like Dee. So this is a significant departure from the original Order, as it brings back a core element of existence that the Order removed, the concept and possibility of death. Despite this being another Elden Lord ending, the original intent of the Elden Ring and the Greater Will seems to actually be mired. To what extent is left unclear though. As you still become an Elden Lord and conventionally restore the Elden Ring, this might just be a bump in the road for the designs of the Greater Will. Now, the possibility of death does allow for some thematic resolution, because the stagnation of endlessly living now has an answer: death. However, the simple presence of death doesn't seem to metaphysically change the world or the overarching situation of the lands between. so I'm not sure we can say that this ending brings with it much meaningful change. The final variant of becoming an Elden Lord is the Blessing of Despair, brought about by completing the Dung Eater's questline. Finishing this questline will award the player with the Mending Rune of the Fell Curse, a loathsome rune gestated by the Dung Eater.
Disgusting.
This ending has the Fell Curse rune cover the Elden Ring with its decrepit blight. The world is covered by an apocalyptic sky of swirling orange sores. The Erd Tree is a pale white. The leaves don't stir, and the throne is surrounded by a dank fog. And the Fell Curse defines the age, one of a blessing of despair. This ending is a fitting one to pair with the Dung Eater, a reviled curse of a man in his own right, and from him we can learn more about this blessing of despair. The Seabed Curse, the item which is needed to progress Dung's quest and achieve this ending, states that it is a curse grown on a corpse killed and defiled by the Dung Eater, a tender pox afflicted with omen horns. By doing so, he prevents dead souls returning to the Erd Tree, leaving them forever cursed, one of the most loathsome things found in the lands between. So, this action is a travesty to the normal order. The description of the curse rune says that when it is used on the Elden Ring, that the curse will last eternally, afflicting every generation of the world. But what is this affliction really? We know it prevents souls from returning to the Erd Tree, but if the Order and the Erd Tree are not benevolent entities, then this might not be a bad thing. It could be that, with that in mind, we can understand the name of this ending, how despair can be a blessing. After all, the description of the curse rune also states, if Order is defiled entirely, defilement is defilement no more, and for every curse, a cursed blessing. Perhaps this total defilement of the Order is able to bring out a world where separation from the Erd Tree is a blessing. Maybe such a separation could constitute a proper end to existence, a true death.
If I killed the world, would the world really be dead, or would Shut up!
Also important to note is the connection of the Fell Omen. The Seedbed Curse has omen horns. The full rune name is Mending Rune of the Fell Curse, and the Dung Eater's helm describes itself as a malformed helm resembling an omen with its horns cut off. So not the boils or pus that it might originally seem, but cut off omen horns is what dons the Dung Eater's armor. The helm also states of the Dung Eater himself that he has the heart of an omen without the body to match. Could there be any crueler existence? What does it matter then if the curse claims it all? So there are inexorable links to the omen, cursed and reviled beings. And this reads a bit nihilistic. After the suffering the omen have endured, responding in kind by cursing the world. So is this really a blessing found through despair, or simply a curse by another name? There are also possible connections to the boss Mo, twin of Morgott and Lord of Blood. He has a connection with an outer god other than the Greater Will, one called the Mother of Truth or the Formless Mother, who bestows power upon accursed blood, like the blood of the Omen. Some players think there might be another secret ending called the Age of the Blood that deals with Mohg, but nothing concrete has been found. Though a connection between this Blessing of Despair ending and the secrets of the Omen does seem unquestionable. Okay, so that ends the variants of the Elden Lord ending. Next is the second major ending, the Age of Stars. This ending is brought about by completing the Witch Ranni's questline and summoning her to the stone platform. Initiating her blue summon sign will bring about a wholly new cutscene, in which Ranni is the one who returns the head of Fractured Marika. And then she speaks.
To every living being, and every living soul.
Talking about y'all.
Now cometh the age of the stars. 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching
the way this
the great
was even
beyond.
animated, it makes it seem like she just froze the whole earth. Like that's why I was so confused in my gameplay. I was like, bro, did she just freeze the earth, bro?
Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Before
you then take her hand as her eternal consort. This ending is both ominous and optimistic. Themes of fear, doubt, and loneliness are usually dark and
Grab my
frightful,
hand. What you doing?
but they also symbolize independence and a breakaway from dogmatic ideology, such as the faith of the Golden Order and Erdtree. You can actually speak with Ranni again after finishing her quest, but before this ending. There is a new grace at the top of her rise, and here she explains the order she envisions.
I take it thou hast noticed. I shouldn't be surprised. I thought I might expound a little further upon the order I envision. Mine will be an order not of gold, but the stars and moon of the chill night. I would keep them far from the earth beneath our feet. As it is now, life and souls and order are bound tightly together. But I would have them at a great remove, and have the certainties of sight, emotion, faith, and touch all become impossibilities, which is why I would abandon this soil with mine order. Wouldst thou come to me even now, my one and only lord?
I love what
This
she said
dialogue
there.
falls in line with the final cutscene.
Oh
Ranni
my
rejects
God,
the
bro. Ranni
machinations
just
of
know
the
how to
greater will
talk, bro.
and its representative, the Two Fingers. No order of
Ranni
its
been,
gold
like,
will
really
be
rizzing us
had.
all up. It's
Instead,
crazy,
an order
bro.
of loneliness where people do not have the crutch of fate. But perhaps, through this, they gain greater control of their own path, choosing how they wish to make their way through the darkness Ranni mentions. The description of Celestial Dew, the item you use to absolve your sins in the Church of Vows, might also hint at this. It states, "Once upon a time, the stars of the night sky guided fate," and this is a recollection of those times. A time when the night stars guided fate could mean there's some outer god associated with night and stars, but it could also mean something like what humans in our own world have done. Using stars to navigate seas and lands, saving stories and legends in the constellations. In our new Dark Under the Stars, we can find our own path and make use of the night sky as a tool, not for dogmatic decree, but as a part of our personal journey. So, and this is obviously my interpretation, a lot of this is, this Age of Stars ending bears similarity to what I would call the best or canon ending of Dark Souls 3, where you summon the Firekeeper.
Wait. I kind of don't want to get spoiled on that.
Resolution to the kinds of ideas touched on in the story, and it seems to me to be the best fit for a best or canon ending. Obviously, FromSoft leaves these endings interpretational because they enjoy the aspect of players determining their own story in the game, but even in a meta way, this ending aligns with that kind of vision, because it's the ending most free from control of any outside force. It is the ending symbolic of the player making their own story. And I also want to point out that this interpretation of the ending can find support in the philosophy of Friedrich Nietzsche, which bears influence not only on Berserk, an inspiration for the dark fantasy of FromSoft, and something directly paid homage to in this game of Elden Ring, but it also bears influence directly on some of FromSoft's themes. The ever-striving and overcoming challenge, especially in relation to the self, was extremely central to Nietzsche, and the themes present in this ending mirrors a lot of his work in the books Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Beyond Good and Evil, and The Gay Science. Nietzsche saw the end of faith in our own world, the death of God as he put it, as leaving us stranded, in fear and isolation, just as Ranni says. But while the end of this grand illusion may be disconcerting, it is also freeing. Nietzsche writes, "Finally the horizon seems clear again, even if not bright. Finally our ships may set out again, set out to face any danger. Every daring of the lover of knowledge is allowed again. The sea, our sea, lies open again. Maybe there has never been such an open sea." Just like the open sea of Nietzsche, the horizon of the Age of Stars is not bright, but it is clear. Darkness abounds, but the stars dot the sky, and the living beings of the lands between are free to make their own voyage. Finally, we
actually
have the
very
third
interesting.
main ending, the Lord of Frenzied Flame. This ending is different because it is achieved by finding and interacting with the Three Fingers at some point during the game. Not the Two Fingers, but the Three Fingers, the ones behind the spells of Frenzy and Frenzied Flame. Once this interaction condition is met, you are locked into the ending, and you activate it by simply interacting with Fractured America at the end of the game. You can actually unlock yourself from this ending, but to achieve it, you have to be locked into it. If you find the three fingers below the capital before you end the game, you become marked with burns and fingerprints, and your eyes take on the glow of the Chaos Flame. Then, at the end, you become Lord of the Frenzied Flame. The head of Fractured America will crumble, your head will be replaced by an orb of Chaos Flame, and that flame will engulf the world, obliterating the Erd Tree and setting the lands between alight in yellow fire and fingerprints of the three fingers. There is no narration to this ending, just the sound of fire crackle and smolder and ominous howls and strings. The very sky itself seems to burn. So this ending is ostensibly bad. The utter destruction is hard to view as anything else, but it is important to understand what's happening before we pass judgment. If you complete Hayate's questline, she is waiting nearby the Three Fingers. She can become your maiden and tell you the words of the Three Fingers.
All that there is came from the one great. Then came fractures, and births, and souls. But the greater will made a mistake. Torment, despair, affliction, every sin, every curse, every one born of the mistake. And so, what was borrowed must be returned, melted all away with the yellow chaos flame, until all is one again.
The Three Fingers would have you burn it all away with the chaos flame, until all is one again, in Evangelion fashion. So this ending is one of coalescence. Through a destructive process, all is brought together into one entity. This one great is ambiguous. Perhaps everything was once it, or perhaps it formed a single outer god, or all the life in the realm of the Lands Between's world. It is also hard to see exactly the relation between the greater will and the entity behind the Three Fingers, what the wiki calls the frenzied flame. If we take the Two Fingers and the Three Fingers together, we get Five Fingers, or a whole hand. Perhaps they used to be this one great, before the greater will split them to create its own path or domain. There's also the fact that the frenzied flame and its incantations have to do with madness. Many of the incantations turn others mad, which plays into the Lovecraftian idea of his great old ones, otherworldly gods or entities from space. Encountering these beings is too much for a human mind to comprehend. So, in Lovecraft's stories, it goes mad or insane when it nears them. The outer gods of Elden Ring share many parallels with Lovecraft's deities, especially in the ocean sea monster that is the Elden Beast, and in the incomprehensibility of the frenzied flame. While this ending is a departure from the plans of the greater will, it is simply an arrival into the plans of another great being, another outer god. The subsuming of everything into the yellow flame also seems too bleak to be a satisfying ending to our tale. It is surely an intriguing and grandiose finale, but it leaves out much of the rich themes present throughout the story. Oh, and I almost forgot one more thing. If you lock into this ending before Melina burns herself, your body acts as kindling, and she doesn't die. Instead, we get a new cutscene at the end, of Melina, with eyes switched, promising to hunt us down. She is reminiscent of Ronnie, with their respective closed eyes and Ronnie's shadow face, and overall, I have little reason to think that Melina is a malicious actor. So I'm chalking this up to another point against this ending as achieving proper resolution. So there we have the known endings to Elden Ring, explained. I do want to make note that another theorized yet unconfirmed ending, the Age of Absolute, is one that has been tossed around a bit and with more substantiation than the Age of Blood. This ending of the Absolute is supported by data mines of the closed network test, which reveal continuations of the questlines for some NPCs. NPCs like Nefeli Lu, Kenneth Haight, and Gostok. I don't really remember how to pronounce his name. There's also the section of Stormvale Castle that prevents combat, likely because it was intended to house NPCs like the Round Table hold. So it seems that there actually is something real to this ending, with it likely being another variation of the Elden Lord ending, affected by finishing an NPC questline. In any case, whether it was cut currently in a glitched form or saved for a DLC, there has so far been no evidence that it is an achievable ending to the game at this moment. If by the time this video comes out there is such evidence, please let me know since I have yet to see it. And that does it for my analysis of the endings.
Hey, bro, shout out to Mad Luigi. Let's check out what Melina says, bro. I've never actually heard of that she gets mad at you or something. Well, I've heard that she gets mad at you, but I've never seen the actual cutscene. I didn't know there was a cutscene to it.
You.
Imagine inheriting the frenzied flame and you just head over to Grace and you just you just see her freaking manifesting. Oh my god, you can never escape her.
You
Holy
have
free.
inherited the frenzied flame. A pity. You are no longer fit.
Fit for
Our
what?
journey together ends here.
Why?
And remember,
What?
should you rise as the Lord of Chaos,
Huh?
I will kill you. As sure as night follows day.
What the?
Such is my duty.
No, that's hard as heck. She said, I will kill you just as the night follows the day. Just as the moon sets. Bro, oh my god. Bro, no, that's
As the Lord of
crazy.
Chaos, I will kill you. As sure as night follows day.
Like, what? Bro. Melina, what are you talking about, bro? You're not about to kill me, bro.
Such is my duty. For allowing you the strength of runes.
Bro, that is scary.
Goodbye, my companion.
Wait.
Goodbye,
Wait.
Torrent.
Wait, Torrent's like, whoa, Torrent's like, whoa, what the heck? No way, Melina, please. Torrent, Melina, I'm sorry. Yo. Oh my goodness, bro. That is. I never want her to be that mad at me. I'm not gonna lie. That's nasty. Oh, that's Torrent. Bro, Torrent.
Lord of frenzied flame.
Oh, she's like, oh, he actually did it. Oh, he actually heard what I said and still decided to become the frenzy. I got some for you. That is sick. I'm about to vomit, bro. She said, oh, okay.
I will seek you as far as you may travel.
Bro, why are you looking at me? Bro,
To
Melina.
deliver you what is yours. Destined death.
What the f? If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. Hey man, let me know what is your favorite ending in Elden Ring. And if you are new to the channel, bro, it's your boy Wiz Gaming. Make sure you go follow the Elden Ring series. It's gonna be in the top right. It should be right here. And yeah, bro, it was your boy Wiz from Wiz Gaming. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.